Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, the opponent for Tommy Fury on Sunday night. How are you?
I'm doing good. I might have to change my last name to Creed because it's feeling like this right now. Creed, Anthony Creed.
So you've just had an eventful press conference with Tommy Fury. You stood and faced off for what felt like an eternity. What was going through your head, and what were you saying to each other?
Oh, man, I knew I was going to break him. I walked up to him. I said, "You smell really good." And that's when he started laughing. He was like, "Thanks." But then I had to let him know, like, hey, I mean business. So I got up in his face even closer, let him know, like, hey, this is serious. You know, he doesn't intimidate me. I've been in tougher fights, and I just want him to know it's going to be a real dog fight.
There is a sizable height difference. Does that give him an advantage?
Absolutely not. I mean, I grew up the shortest person in my family. All my brothers like 6'2", 6'3", and we all fight. You know, fighting in the MMA cage, everybody I fought is 6 feet, 6'1". So, and they have 4-ounce gloves, and they're actually kicking. You know, it doesn't bother me. You know, I had a great camp with Jake Paul. You know, Jake has done an amazing job, you know, helping me prepared, and then, you know, with Antonio McKee. So the height difference is not a problem. And also me being a wrestler, come on, man. I can definitely get in quick underneath Tommy in a heartbeat like that. So me closing the range on Tommy is not an issue. I can outbox him from the out and, you know, and from the ropes. I'm just an overall better fighter and more of an experienced fighter.
And obviously you've been in camp with Jake Paul, and you've been talking about Tommy together, I'm sure. Between both of you, do you rate him? Do you think he's any good?
Tommy? Tommy's is a decent fighter. I mean, you have the Fury last name, but doesn't mean just because you have a Fury last name doesn't mean you're Tyson. You're your own person. You have your own path, your own goals. You know, I'm not going to take nothing away from Tommy, but you have to really criticize the opponents that he's fought. You know, those guys will never make it in America as a fighter. They'll never make a living as a fighter besides being a stool. And you know, I'm not going to take nothing from Tommy because he works hard. This is what he do. You know, Jake works hard also. You know, but right now it's not about Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. It's about Tommy Fury versus Anthony Taylor. And I'm gonna let the world know, like, hey, this is the last time you saw Jake Paul at that press conference. You're not gonna fight him. I'm the real deal. I'm your first official opponent.
Do you feel he has overlooked you in the build-up to this fight? Of course, a lot of talk in the UK about him and Jake Paul. They've clashed on social media as well. Is his mind elsewhere?
Yeah, his mind's definitely not focused on me because if you think about it, he's not even promoted the fight, really. I'm the one who's doing all the promoting. You got BT who's just using old clips of him in the UK. That's all they're pretty much doing. I'm the one who's making the noise. I'm the one who's making the sales. Me and Jake Paul are the only ones who are bringing pay-per-view sales to this card. You know, I'm not taking nothing from Amanda Serrano. She's an amazing fighter. She's one of the GOATs of all time as female fighters. You know, but as far as hype, Tommy Fury's a hype, and I'm the one who has to build that hype up because that's just who I am. And, you know, I'm not worrying about what he brings to the table and what he can do to me.
Let's talk about that, because I've been around Tommy, I've interviewed him a few times this week, and he seems to think that you are making the most of your potential 15 minutes of fame. This is it. This is your window to get famous, and no one will hear from you again after Sunday night. What do you think to those comments?
I mean, those are just comments. If people who follow me in my career, they know I'm always like this in MMA. I'm flamboyant, charismatic, I'm loud, I like to have fun. This is who I am. It's not my fault that my personality is like a WWE character. It's just who I am. And it's been like that when I started in MMA, and it's going to be like that when I stop in MMA and boxing. I'm never going to change who I am. And if he feels like I'm just being loud or clout chasing, that's on him. Hundreds of people say that. I mean, but other 100 people's like, this is who he is.
There were comments about Molly May. I believe you invited her to your Love Island. Your words, not mine. Have you gone too far with some of it, do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, you know, I reached out to Tommy and messaged him like, hey, man, my apologies for talking about Molly May. I'll never do it again, you know. Just want to let you know I'm being a man by apologizing to you. Like, hey, I got some sympathy because I understand how far it can go. And, you know, I don't want a man to feel like that or break him down internally. So I went ahead and apologized to him, and I didn't bring it up in a press conference or anything. I could have done that and attacked him, but I didn't want to attack a man in his love or his loved ones or family, So again, I apologize to Tommy Fury and his family if I insulted anything with MAE, and I apologize again.
Did he reply to your message?
I know he just seen it, but you can understand. He knows. I know what he's thinking when he read that.
What's going to happen on Sunday night? You obviously believe you're going to win. How are you going to do it? How quickly are you going to do it? How does it play out?
Well, I'm looking for a second round TKO, but if not, I'm okay with a unanimous decision. I'm quicker, I'm stronger. He's just taller. But overall, I have more of the experience, and I can get it done. I've been in tougher wars. He's fought literally nobody, and he's fighting the only guy who has a winning record and who's actually a legit MMA fighter. And I'm not Tyron. I don't have a losing record. I don't have a losing record like Ben Askren or Anderson Silva. I'm not in the UFC. I didn't become UFC champion or other organizations. I have ambitions. I have goals. I have dreams I want to achieve. I want to be something. There's things I want to do. After MMA, boxing. After boxing, WWE or AEW. I want to do something where I want to be an entertainer. I'm not a fighter. I keep telling people I am not a fighter. I'm an entertainer. I do it all.
Well, you've certainly been very entertaining this week, and this has been an entertaining interview. I'd like you to tell the people down the camera at home, in the UK, why should they be tuning in to BT Sport Box Office on Sunday night?
Because, I pack a lot of punch and a lot of flavor like Kool-Aid, baby. I'm that guy who's going to make an upset, and hopefully I'll be that guy that make it on your Love Island in the UK.
Well, there you have it. Lovely speaking to you, Anthony. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, guys. Have fun.